Hey guys, Prangell Gaming here. Welcome back to the Millwall Career Mode. It's Season 1, Episode 14, and we're progressing really nicely. And as you can see on the screen, we're currently in January, where the transfer window actually is. And I've got webcam for this section of the video. I'm going to see if I can do it for the majority of the video. But obviously, if it doesn't work out, then I'll have to change it up and see how far I can go with this. Obviously, it's new to me. I haven't tried it before, so I just want to experiment and see what you guys reckon with it. So let's get into what's actually happening with the teams that we've got to play. So the first one, as we can see on the screen, is at home to Northampton Town. They're 7th in the league table at the moment. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be playing an experimental squad and hopefully doing really well in that game. Then casting our viewing onto the next game, which is against Norwich. Now it says replay there. If you saw the last episode, you would have seen I've drawn with Norwich in the FA Cup. It took a little bit of FA Cup magic, but I did get there. And so that means we're going to have to go to their stadium and actually hopefully turn up and get the right result. I'm really nervous for that game. I don't know whether it's going to be the right result or not. I kind of think we might lack, but I'm hoping that my best team will be able to go there, get something out of it, even if we do get knocked out. And then that leads us to the final game of the episode against Rochdale in the league. Now, I don't always do so well against teams that are really low in the league table, and we are away from home, so this one really does make me wonder what's going to happen. They're 22nd in the league table, and well, I really hope we can get something out of this one, because if we don't, it could be really bad for our title race. Obviously, we are battling against Chhetri. You saw that in the end of the last episode. So all we can do now is get into the team selection for the team that's going to be facing Northampton. So let's go do that. Right, so this is the team that I'm going to be putting up against Northampton Town. I think this team will be pretty good, but then again, I really don't know. As I said, it is going to be an experimental squad. So the first one we've got is in goal, Jordan Archer. His progression levels are coming along really nicely, and he's definitely going to be the #1 by the end of the season if David Ford doesn't come back and I do decide to keep him. I mean, he is a little bit old now, so I don't think that's going to happen, but we just have to see how that one goes. Now, the two centre-backs will be Malubu and the captain, Hutchinson. I'm really liking these two in an actual defensive partnership, and I don't know how I'm going to remove Malubu from the team to face up against Norwich. I think that's going to be really difficult, so we're just going to have to hope and pray that something goes in our favour and we can keep Malubu in the team, because he has been fantastic. I mean, 57 rated. Have you ever seen a defender that's worked so well in a team with a defence that's meant to be a lot higher rated? Then the left back is Paul Rooney. Obviously, one of my personal favourites in the team. I'm not going to take him out for this game. However, he probably won't get the game against Norwich. So he's someone that I really do like using. Then we've got Cummins in the right back position. Now, I'm hoping that he'll be able to perform and then get the game against Norwich. We just have to see how it goes. That leads me on to the next one, which is the right midfielder with Evans. I like Evans, but obviously his progression levels are, well, they're lacking a little bit. So we've got to see if he can perform. If he can, then he might get the game. But obviously we do have David Worrell on the bench, if you can see right there in the corner. Then we have Farrell and Vilbala playing as the two centre midfielders. I'm looking forward to this one. Hopefully these two will surprise me. Twaddock in the left midfield, and then O'Brien and Gregory as the two strikers leading the line. Hopefully they can get goals. They're known to get them. And on the bench we have David Worrell, Nelson, Thompson, Ferguson, Morrison. Fred's back from his injury, and then Marlon Romeo. I think they're going to be a pretty suitable team to play Northampton Town. So all we can do is get into that game and hopefully we can get the right result. And I'm really looking forward to this one, because if we can, they're probably the best team we're going to play in the league in this episode. And I really think if we can get the result here, then what's stopping us getting the result against Rochdale? So let's get into this game. Get pressure on the ball till we actually lose it. It's now with Sam Hoskins. Hoskins will lose the ball, and it's now with Farrell. Farrell's actually not started too bad in this game. O'Brien to Vilbala. Vilbala with a shot. Great save by Adam Smith there. Quite frustrating that we obviously didn't get the goal, but those things happen. Brendan Maloney puts it into the area. We try and get the header. It's not working. They could be through. Oh, and I thought Archer had made the save there. How frustrating. You're kidding me. What sort of attempt of a save was that? We have to look at this again, and I mean, I'm really embarrassed to look at it. Let's see, he brings it in, he heads it down, then the shot was so tame. I don't know what on earth he was doing. He should have done a lot better there. And now we're 1-0 down to Northampton already. It's like the issues could always start. We've got to play Norwich next. I've just realised that. We've got to play Norwich next, and we've just conceded to Northampton. Well, that should be the first daily goal of conceding out of the way. So now we can hopefully get on with our game of football. But that's 7th goal by Richards in all competitions. And Zakani for them is injured, and Lewin Naitaga will have the ball up the pitch. It's now with Kyron Farrell. We've just got to start building this attack up nicely. If we can get our way through, then that would be an added bonus. Aidan O'Brien, I didn't want the ball to go there. I hate when the game just assumes where you want to put the ball. That is annoying. It's now with O'Tootle, and this could really lead to a goal from Northampton. I think it's going to... What did I say? It was going to lead to a goal from Northampton. It's 2 now. I am beyond frustrated. That was such easy defending to get used to. Malubu was the closest to it, and he played it straight across, hit the post. Sam Hoskins with the 2nd goal of the game. This is looking incredibly hard to actually get back in this game and actually get something from it. If we salvage a point, I'll probably be happy at this point, but who knows? We're going to have to see how it goes. We have got a second half, but it's not looking promising, is it? We've got to definitely improve from this point onwards. Evans tried to thread it through to Gregory, and well, that ain't going to happen as the keeper gets to it. And with 4 minutes of stoppage time, we'd hope for something nice. And he might play it through to O'Brien. If he can cut inside here, this could be a chance to score. O'Brien, how on earth did he miss that? We're having so many chances. And this is what you call being very unlucky. He had the chance, swung it back in, and somehow missed it. Even Gregory missed it when trying to get the ball. This is ridiculous. We really need to get ourselves a goal, because if we do, I think we can get the right result. Right, so scores on the doors at half-time. We've got some pretty interesting scorelines at the moment. Oldham are beating Walsall. You've then got Fleetwood are drawing with Charlton. So it's not the worst case scenario, the fact that we're losing at the moment. But obviously, we don't want to lose. You don't want to lose games. And then the final game that I'll be highlighting is MK Dons are beating Swindon. Now, obviously, the rest of the results are there. You know the drill. If you'd like to see them, they're there for you to see right now. But let's have a look at how we're doing. I really don't, but we're going to have to do it. Twaddock through to... No, Vilbala wasn't accepting the ball there. One of the best and talented players just didn't want it. It's now with Lee Gregory. Gregory. Oh, and it could find its way to O'Brien. He stops, he turns, he scores. There we go, 2-1. We have an opportunity to get back in this game. I'm kind of sceptical. I'm sitting on the fence on whether we will actually do it or not. But a goal is a goal. I'm not going to complain. That is pretty impressive. He scores a lot of goals on the ground, O'Brien does. That's what I'm noticing recently. Anyway, Gregory played it into him. He slid somehow and got it in the back of the net. Not going to complain how it went in. A goal is a goal. And, well, O'Brien's not doing too bad. And his progression is coming along pretty well as well. So he's definitely going to be one of the main starters. As why he's playing with Lee Gregory at the moment. So how many goals has he scored? He's actually got 6 in the league. That's pretty good. He's getting closer and closer to Gregory's goals. But challenge is, will he actually beat that? Vilbala tried to play it through again. And Vilbala's passes have been treacherous today. They've really been poor. And I don't know how we're going to actually go ahead and use him in the team if he's not going to be performing. We've got 10 minutes in this match to go. And now it's with Matty Taylor. Taylor to Byrom. Byrom. Oh, and he might have got through there. There's a chance. There's a goal. 3-1. Disappointing. I mean, the team hasn't really been at its best. But there's been some questionable defending. Some questionable players in this team. And these are some of the members of the starting 11. I mean, look at that. It was Hutchinson that made that poor attempt to try and challenge for the ball. And they just found it simply easy to get through. And I believe that's Hoskins' second in this game. So he hasn't had the worst of games, has he? Let's be honest. But from my team, disappointing. 3-1 is not the way I would have seen this game going. And, well, if we lose in this one, how have we got a hope against Norwich? I'm going to be honest. I'm really not looking forward to that one now. I think luck played a huge part in this game. But then again, I can't really say. We have the stats here. We played well enough to have gone on to win the game. I'm going to be honest, we did. We didn't take our opportunities. And, well, they took their very few that they had, which is gutting, don't get me wrong. But there's not really much I can do about it now, is there? So we're just going to have to hope that we can improve in the game against Norwich. I'm saying that and I'm smiling because I know it's almost impossible for that to happen. But let's get into that game, or actually first we'll look at the team selection, and some of these players will have to be dropped because they just didn't perform in this game. So let's go see that team selection. Right, after the last game where we lost against Northampton, we've got to play Norwich. I can't believe it myself. What a hard game we've got to play in now. And well, the only thing I say is that I'm worried. I've changed a lot of the members of the team due to the facts that I don't think they're going to be strong enough to play up against Norwich. And well, that does mean there are quite a lot of casualties in this game. So the team goes as follows. In goal, we've got Angus Gunn. The two centre-backs are your usual Webster and Hutchinson partnership, the two stronger, taller players. Now, that does mean Malubu can't be in the team. I am devastated to have dropped him, but it has to happen, unfortunately. Cummins will then be the right back, and over on the left side of the pitch, as you can see, Sabora is there. The loanee that we've got that we might sign permanently. I don't know too much, to be honest. He's been alright, but then again, I don't think he's been outstanding. The left midfielder is Shane Ferguson. He came on as a substitute in the last game. Made a pretty big impact, but hopefully he'll make an even better impact starting in this one. Butcher and Williams are the two centre midfielders that will start in this game. Worrell's come in the right midfield area. There was no way that Evans was going to play. He had an atrocious game. And then the two strikers will remain as O'Brien and Lee Gregory. Obviously, they didn't do as well as I wish they did. O'Brien did. He scored a goal, but Gregory slightly didn't, and he lacked on that side of scoring. So on the bench, we have a couple of reinforcements. We have Wild, Nelson, Abdu Twaduk, Romeo, Fred Odnyema, and Chhetri. So I'm hoping that this is going to be a good enough substitute bench to improve upon the game if we need to. Morrison's there. I didn't want to put Morrison on the bench. I don't like using Morrison. He's just not good enough in my opinion. But that's the team. So let's go have a look what we're like when we play Norwich. We've got those fingers crossed, so anything could happen. It is the FA Cup, of course. And they're actually not playing as good as what they could be, but obviously as I speak that, they could go through and score. There we go. We've got to get rid of this ball. They were very close there. Stephen Naismith, he scored in the last one. He tried to score in this one, obviously. This could be perfect. If he can get past Russell Martin, the captain of Norwich, I believe. And he is. He's still going. O'Brien lays it off. Gregory. Gregory to Williams. Williams to have the shot. Great save. Oh, and he gets it again. Ruddy. If he hadn't have been an ex-England international keeper, I do reckon we would have beaten him by now. We are having such a good game in comparison to the Northampton one. And so we just got to hope that we can... It's now with Brady. Robbie Brady swings it in. That is poor defending. Great save by Angus Gunn. And let's clear this ball away. It's almost half time and there we go. Not too bad in the end. So what's actually happening in the other FA Cup replays? Well, we've got Bournemouth and Derby County are drawing 1-1. 0-0 between Bristol City and Burnley. And it's 1-0 to Wigan against Luton. So let's see if we can continue this pretty decent spell. But before we do that, let's see how we actually have been doing against this Championship side in this replay. Ooh, that's interesting. We've been pretty equal. That's not bad. I can definitely vouch for that. Their passing accuracy is better than ours, but our shot accuracy is better than theirs. We're doing pretty well against this strong, solid club. A 0-0 wouldn't be the worst case scenario. I'd happily take that. I hate 0-0s, but that would mean it'd go to extra time, potentially penalties. That could be pretty interesting. I don't really like the penalty feature in this game though. So let's just get into this second half. Hopefully it'll be pretty good, but you know, we'll find out in the second half. And we're going to be making 3 substitutions here. I'm pretty hopeful that these are going to make the difference. We're taking off O'Brien, Butcher and Ferguson. Ferguson obviously tied and needs to come off because of the yellow card. Chhetri, Wild and Abdu will come on. I'm hoping that Abdu will actually work well. I don't really like Abdu because I kind of have this thing where I hate players over a certain age in the midfield and in any area of the pitch. I don't really want them at the club because I want young, youthful players. But Abdu hasn't been the worst case, so maybe he'll improve there. They do what they need to do, and well, that was probably one of my best opportunities that has just been wasted. Abdu to Greg Wild. Wild through to Williams. Williams threaded through to Sunil Chhetri. Chhetri stops, shoots. Chhetri, goal! There we go. We're beating Norwich in the FA Cup replay in the dying embers of the match. There we go. Who says FA Cup magic isn't real? There we go. We've got it. I'm very, very happy. Look at that. He gets in top bins, fantastic goal. There you go, Chhetri, of his age, can still score goals. He was a great improvement to the team, a free agent obviously. He won't score every game, he's not expected to. But he's doing better than what Morrison is, and well, he could have just won us this game. This is fantastic. And that is obviously his first goal in the FA Cup. So obviously we have to see if that'll be any more for him. And he is. If you can see the pink dot there, that's John Ruddy. We've got to clear this ball away. We do. Sunil Chhetri. Is there any defenders there? There isn't. Sunil Chhetri could score if he continues to run. Could this be his second in the FA Cup? I'm going to go all the way. Sunil Chhetri. It's 2. There we go. Sunil Chhetri with his second. Ruddy was up the pitch. They paid the price. I've seen that happen so many times. 2-0. Didn't expect to win this game at all, and well, that's probably the easiest goal Chhetri's got in his entire career. I'm going to be honest. There you go, we've done the job. That should have secured the win. We should be going to the 4th round of the FA Cup, and that is something to look forward to, obviously, after we lost the last game. Come on. I guess we probably wasn't the better side. Who cares? That happened in the last game where we were the better side and didn't beat Norwich. And this one, I'd much prefer to win because it's the FA Cup. You always want a piece of silverware. And I'm still smiling. I can't get over the fact we've just got 2 against Norwich. And this time, not conceded. I love keeping a clean sheet. And you know I always complain when we concede. So that is an added bonus. The team was fantastic. Probably the substitutions is what won the game. We was lacking moving forward, and their defence was tired. I know it was. That's why I made the substitutions in the way I did. So I'm impressed and happy. Now we have to move on against Rochdale, which could be the challenging game of this episode if we've just gone and done that against Norwich. So let's go into that team selection. I am so looking forward to that game now. Let's get into it. So before we actually get into the actual team selection version against Rochdale, I really just want to show you something. You know that I said I didn't want to sell Lee Gregory? Well, it seems that everyone wants him. Look at all of those. All of these offer withdrawn are the fact that I actually said I didn't want to sell him. And well, I think you can tell there's a lot there. There really is. I'm not selling Lee Gregory. They need to get that out of their heads. He's not leaving in this window. Maybe in the next one, if I can get Nuadiko. That's the player I want to get. I really like the look of him. He looks really quick and someone that I could really get the use of. So maybe if I can get Nuadiko, Gregory might leave, but we just have to see how we go in this season. So let's get into that team selection against Rochdale. Right, so the team will remain kind of the same with a couple of changes within it. I'm very happy with the team and how they performed against Norwich, so that kind of means I'll be playing some of the members that deserve to get game time. Now, we are playing in the Bananas in Pyjamas kit, and well, the goalkeeper is Angus Gunn. The 2 centre-backs will be the same as the last game, which is Webster and Hutchinson. Now, Webster was fantastic, I'm not even going to lie. And now moving on to the left-back position, we have Joe Martin. I don't always give Joe Martin the game time he needs, so that's why I've gone ahead and put him in for this one. Cummings will be the right back. The right midfielder will be Fred. I think that he might add something to the game. If we can get in behind the defence, then we could score some goals, and so Fred would be useful for that. And the 2 players that played in the partnership for Norwich's actual game was Butcher and Williams, and they're going to stay here. I was very impressed with the 2 of them. Ferguson was the left midfielder, and I think that he's going to stay on in this game. I just think that he is a very good player, and well, his qualities are a little bit better than Wild's at the moment. And the 2 strikers are Aidan O'Brien and Sunil Chhetri. Now, Chhetri's coming here because he scored those 2 very, very late goals that we won the game, and I'm very, very happy to have won that game. But let's turn our attentions to this match. Hopefully, we can get that win. I'm looking forward to this game. Then again, it could all go wrong. So, let's get into this match and see how we perform. And here we go. We're the team that's kicking off in this match. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping that it's going to be the way I would need it to go, but then again, I really, really don't know. Joe Martin over to Ferguson. Shane Ferguson. Oh, he could squeeze between the gap, and he does before he gets brought down there. That's a bad challenge, but it might go in our favour. We play it through to Cummings. Cummings scores. There we go. That's 1-0. The right back with the goal. Surprising as it is, I'm not going to complain, obviously. The goal is the goal, and what a nice pose to celebrate scoring. I don't think that Cummins has actually scored this season so far. But look at the passing, played it through, Cummins trickled into the back of the net. Pretty nice goal by the right back. Obviously you won't get too many opportunities better than that, so you can't complain. And well, we've got the lead. Now all we have to do is hold on to it and not concede a goal. I will be very angry if I concede a goal, especially against a struggler. So yeah, that is his first in the league. So well done to Cummins there. They can comment on that, but I won't be too happy. It's now with Callum Butcher. Butcher to Ferguson. Ferguson with a shot. Wow, what a save by Lillis in the end. Pretty good goalkeeping. And now he's going to distribute it up the pitch. But with our defence being so good and so well oiled, we actually won that ball back. It's now with Williams. Williams flicks it over the top for Fred. If he gets this shot off, he could score. Fred, goal. There we go. That is our second. And well, it's pretty simple football, I'm not going to lie. And that's kind of why we're doing what we're doing. And another goal for Fred. He has done pretty well this season. He is a player that I've really liked using. Obviously really young, a prodigy that we can raise to be a very good star. Now I do know he has great potential, and so when he's doing this well this season, it'll be great to see what he's like if we do go up to the Championship. But that was a pretty good finish, and I mean, Rochdale's defence isn't the greatest, is it? I'm going to be honest, but a goal is yet again another goal. And so 2-0, we're looking pretty comfortable in this game right now, and it is only 19 minutes through. Scores on the doors at half time. Well, Northampton losing 2-0 to Fleetwood. Charlton are losing to Sheffield United, that's what we like to see. And how are Chesterfield doing? They're losing to Bolton as well. So this is a perfect opportunity for us, because if we win and they both lose, then we get closer to that title that we actually want to achieve. So how are we doing in this game with our 2-0 lead so far? Let's have a look. Pure domination would be the word. We are absolutely destroying Rochdale. They've had no shots whatsoever, and it's not really a surprise. Their attack is quite dreadful. I really do feel sorry for them on some certain way, but we're winning. We've got the 3 points so far. Something really drastically shouldn't happen to make that not possible. I would say that we've definitely got the 3 points by now, but let's see if we can get any more goals in this second half. So let's get into that one there. Camps to Henderson. Henderson through to McDermott. Oh, they're actually getting through here. This is some nice attacking play. It's threaded through to Dylan McDermott, I believe, and that's hit the post. Let's get rid of this ball. What was that? Our defence fell asleep, and well, they almost got a goal that would have been something really useful for them. O'Brien to Fred. If he gets in behind, this could be a goal. Fred he actually plays it over the top for Aidan O'Brien. O'Brien with a shot. There's the goal. 3-0. That was a fantastic effort, by the way, by Aidan O'Brien. But the fact is, as soon as he received the ball, I knew it was going in the back of the net, because I have that much confidence in Aidan O'Brien at the moment. He's scoring goals for fun. I mean, let's have a look at this again. Played over the top beautifully. Knocked down. O'Brien then put it into the back of the net with a great slotted shot. Almost the top corner. Not quite, but who cares where it went, as long as it went in the back of the net. And well, that is 3-0. Very happy. 3 goals. That's going to help our goal difference out a lot. And well, we could eventually get the top of this league. We're playing like it, so maybe we could actually do it. And that's his 7th in the league. Through to Williams. No, it goes to Chhetri in the end, though. And it's back with O'Brien. Aidan O'Brien. Over the top for Ferguson if he gets there. Shane Ferguson puts it into the area. It's Butcher who picks it up. Butcher has the shot. And what was that? I really don't know what that was. The keeper had plenty of time to save it. And he decided, you know what, I'll just pour it out right at the end. It's probably because it took the deflection off his own defender that he didn't think it was going to go in. But I don't know. That really was controversial goalkeeping by Lillis there. Yeah, I think the side's dominance and how much better we are than Rochdale is just shown in the stats that you can see on the screen. We just did so much better. And I mean, if we look at the players' ratings, Cummins, what a performance. Fred as well. Fred got a goal, and did he get an assist? Yes, he did. What a good move by Fred. I think he's doing really well. He's definitely progressing the way I would like him to. And well, all we can do now, obviously, after winning this game, is we can see where we are in the league table. At half-time, I said that the 2 teams that we needed to lose were losing. And so this could be pretty interesting if they have still lost. So let's have a look at the league standings, and then we can end the episode there. Okay, so it's not quite where we really want to be, I'm going to be honest. But 3rd in the league, it's a drop from where we were at the start. but we are 1 point off of Chesterfield, and well, Charlton are only 5 above us there. We have plenty of time to resolve this. It's not the worst thing in the world, and after beating teams by decent scorelines, I think we're not doing a bad job. Now Rochdale, they're not doing the terriblest they could be doing. I mean, they are a couple of points from getting out of that drop zone, but is it going to be possible? I don't know. And wow, I just looked at the bottom of the league and AFC Wimbledon are there. They really have fallen from grace. They obviously weren't doing so well when they played us. They was in the relegation zone or in and around. And while they've fallen straight to the bottom of the league, which is a shame because I really do like AFC Wimbledon's success story. And so at the top of the table, Bolton, Sheffield United and Coventry share kind of the playoffs with us, but we're doing much better than any of those in the league. So I'm very happy to announce that we're at least close to where we want to be. But that will end the episode for today. I've really enjoyed it, and maybe during this Christmas period might be getting out maybe a double upload at some point. We'll have to see how long it takes for me to get this video. Maybe it might be for this week that this video comes out. I might get it out for a Friday, but we'll just have to see. So anyway guys, I hope you have enjoyed this Millwall Career Mode. Like, comment, subscribe, and of course I will see you guys in that next video. But until then, goodbye.